The morning sun rose gently over the bustling city, painting the sky in gold. At the tall iron gates of a massive company, an old woman appeared. Her name was Mama Ruth. Her steps were slow but steady, her face calm but her eyes sharp, searching. She greeted the security man warmly. "Good morning, my son," she said softly. The young guard straightened, surprised by her gentle tone. "Good morning, Mama. First time here?" he asked politely. "Yes," she replied. "I was asked to report here today. Please, where do I go?" He pointed toward the shining skyscraper inside. "Go through the front steps, Mama. The reception is by the right." She nodded, smiling faintly. "Thank you, my son. What is your name?" "Kola," he answered proudly. "God bless your work, Kola," she said, walking forward. The company grounds were alive with expensive cars, staff in crisp suits rushing with coffee cups and laptops, and faces hardened with deadlines. Yet Mama Ruth paid them little attention. Her mission was far greater than the shine of glass towers. She had come with a secret. For many years, Mama Ruth had been wealthy, respected, her businesses spanning cities, but all her riches had failed to bring her son, David, a wife who loved him truly. Too many women had looked at him and seen only his car, his money, his family name. Their lips smiled, but their eyes measured his bank account. Their voices dripped with sweetness, but their hearts counted figures. So Mama Ruth devised a bold plan. She would hide her identity. She would not come as a businesswoman, but as a cleaner. Among the staff of this company, she would watch, listen, and find out who had a heart pure enough to love her son not for what he had, but for who he was. As she reached the front steps, two young employees came out, laughing over something. On a phone, Mama Ruth greeted gently. "Good morning, please. Where is the receptionist?" But the young man wrinkled his nose, sneering. "Ah, old woman, what's this smell? Did you bathe with mop water?" The lady burst out laughing. "Maybe her children abandoned her, and now she's here to disturb us. Old woman, where are your miserable children? Why are you even here?" The man smirked cruelly. "If your children cared, you wouldn't be here begging for work." The words cut deep, but Mama Ruth did not flinch. She bowed her head slightly and asked again calmly, "Please, where is the receptionist?" The lady pointed lazily. "Down that hall. And please, don't touch the walls, they're cleaner than you." They both laughed as they walked away. Mama Ruth inhaled slowly. She whispered to herself, "Dignity is not given by others, it lives within." Then she walked on. At the reception desk, a young woman looked up with a neat smile. "Good morning, Ma. How can I help you?" Mama Ruth returned the smile warmly. "Good morning, my daughter. I am the new cleaner. HR said I should report here." The young woman rose quickly, her smile brighter. "Yes, Mama Ruth. We were expecting you. Please wait. I'll call housekeeping to come for you." "Thank you, my daughter. What is your name?" "Ifioma," she replied. "God bless you, Ifioma. Your smile is medicine." Ifioma blushed shyly. "I try, Mama," but the warmth vanished instantly when a woman in a sharp black suit entered the reception. Her heels clicked like warning drums, her eyes sharp and cold. "Good morning, manager." Ifioma greeted carefully. The woman ignored her and scanned Mama Ruth from head to toe with disgust. "This is the new cleaner?" she asked icily. "Yes, Madam Ivan," Ifioma replied. "Housekeeping is on the way." The manager folded her arms. "Listen carefully, old woman. We expect speed, silence, results. Don't waste time, don't loiter, don't disturb staff with your stories. Don't touch the executive floor unless you are called. Do you understand?" "Yes, Ma," Mama Ruth answered calmly. Ivan's lip curled in disdain. "And one more thing. Try to smell less like rotten eggs. This is a corporate environment." Ifioma looked shocked, but Mama Ruth only bowed her head. "Yes, Ma," she whispered. Ivan hissed and marched off. Moments later, a cheerful woman, in green overalls, entered. "Mama, welcome. I'm from housekeeping. My name is Rukayat. Come, I'll show you around." Together they walked to a small store filled with cleaning tools. Rukayat gave her a cart, and their work began. The first stop was the grand boardroom. Mama Ruth polished the glass table with such care that it looked invisible. Rukayat nodded. "You're different. Most cleaners rush, but you're careful." Mama Ruth smiled faintly. Clean is not only clean. Clean is respect. Later, in the elevator, two young women gossiped as she worked on the mirrors. "One day, I'll marry a CEO," one said proudly. The other laughed. "Forget CEO. I just want a man with a big car. Love doesn't pay rent. Mama Ruth asked, softly, what about a good heart? They rolled their eyes. Auntie, a good heart cannot buy designer bags. Leave that matter. They walked out, leaving Mama Ruth sighing deeply. If wealth is the only measure of love, then love is already lost. That afternoon, she met a nervous young man scrubbing at a coffee stain on his shirt. Good morning, she greeted. He looked up embarrassed. Good morning, Ma. Use soap. Dab, don't rub, she advised kindly. He obeyed, and the stain faded. His face lit up. Better, she said. Is this your first week? Yes, Ma. My name is Chinidu. I'm an intern. I spilled coffee before a meeting. My supervisor is very strict. I thought I ruined everything. Do not fear mistakes, Mama Ruth told him gently. Fear refusing to learn from them. Supervisors bark. But they are also human. Keep your heart clean and your work cleaner. Relief washed over his face. Thank you, Ma, he said gratefully. Just then Madame Yvonne stormed into the restroom. Why are you still here, old woman? Don't waste time chatting with interns. They must learn to suffer. Get back to work. Yes, Ma. Mama Ruth replied quietly. Her chest ached, but she kept her calm. Leadership without kindness is a knife that cuts even the owner, she thought as she pushed her cart away. By lunchtime, Mama Ruth's body was weary. She had been scrubbing, polishing, and bending since morning. At last, she sat in a quiet corner of the staff canteen, opening the little rice and stew she had carried from home. It was plain, but to her, it was precious. She whispered a short prayer, lifted her spoon, and suddenly, a sharp, commanding voice cut through the air. Leave that food and go clean my office. My guest is arriving, Madame Yvonne ordered, striding in with her usual air of arrogance. Mama Ruth raised her tired eyes. Ma, I am so hungry. I've been working since morning. Please, my child, allow me a few minutes. My eyes are spinning. Yvonne's face hardened. She hissed. Don't you dare call me your child, you dirty old witch. Look at you smelling like poverty itself. Ugly, disgusting. I hate poor people. Get up and clean my office now. Her words pierced like knives, but Mama Ruth only bowed her head and rose slowly. Yes, Ma, she whispered. As soon as she left, Yvonne smirked, walked over to the table, and stared at the plate of rice with disgust. So this is what poor people eat, she muttered. Then, with deliberate wickedness, she flung the food into the trash bin. The clatter of the plate silenced the canteen. Staff looked up, shocked, but none dared to speak. Later, in Yvonne's office, Mama Ruth was on her knees, wiping corners carefully, though her stomach groaned. Yvonne stormed in again. Old witch, you're still here. Hurry up, my man is on his way. Don't move like a snail. Mama Ruth looked up with weary eyes. Ma, please, have I offended you? Why do you dislike me so much? Yvonne scoffed. It's not you. I just hate the poor. You disgust me. Don't ever ask me foolish questions, Agno. I'll fire you. Yes, Ma, Mama Ruth whispered, lowering her head. When she returned to the canteen later, she found her food gone and saw the plate wasted in the trash. Her eyes filled with tears, but she held them back. Lord, give me strength. I don't know why she hates me so much. Help me endure. At that moment, Ifeoma walked in, carrying her lunch pack. She had seen what happened earlier, and her heart burned. Quietly, she placed her food before Mama Ruth. Mama, please eat this. I'll be fine. You need strength more than I do. Mama Ruth looked up in shock. No, my daughter, keep it. You need energy for your work. But Ifeoma shook her head firmly. I saw the manager throw your food away. That woman is wicked. Please, Mama, eat. God will provide for me. Tears rolled down Mama Ruth's cheeks. She placed her trembling hand over Ifeoma's. God bless you, my daughter. Kindness is well. You think you're giving me food, but you're giving me life. May God reward you. Ifeoma smiled softly. Eat, Mama. Don't cry. You are not dirty. You are not ugly. You are precious. That woman feels powerful, but pride will destroy her. Mama Ruth nodded slowly and began to eat, each bite heavy with pain and gratitude. She whispered to herself, I don't know what I did to her that she hates me so much, but God sees everything. No one escapes the fruit of their actions. The next morning, Mama Ruth woke early. She walked back to the company gate, her spirit determined not to break. Kola greeted her warmly. Good morning, Mama. Ready for another day? Yes, My son, she said with a smile. We thank God for life. Inside, the company was alive with the rush of cars, voices, and footsteps. At the reception, Ifamo waved happily. Good morning, Mama. Be careful today. Madame Yvonne quarreled with her boyfriend last night. She's in a terrible mood. Thank you, my daughter, Mama Ruth replied gently. God will help us. As she cleaned, she overheard staff whispering about Yvonne. Did you see her? Yesterday her man didn't show up. She shouted on the phone like a madwoman. Another laughed quietly. She acts like she owns the place, but even her boyfriend doesn't respect her. Pride comes before a fall. Mama Ruth sighed. The one who insults others often hides their own wounds. Later, Yvonne called her into the office again, her voice sharper than ever. Old woman, clean faster. Do you think this company pays? You too, gossip. If you're not quick, I'll throw you back to the street where you belong. Yes, Mama Ruth said quietly. But her heart thought otherwise. This woman does not know that wealth can vanish in a day. She does not know that true riches are kindness and peace of mind. She does not know that insulting the lowly is planting seeds that will grow into shame. At lunch, Ifama again shared her meal with Mama Ruth. Mama, I can't let you sit. Hungry? Mama Ruth looked at her gratefully. My daughter, may your life never lack helpers. You are a blessing. Ifama's eyes grew wet. Mama, yesterday I cried when I saw her throw your food away. What if you had fainted? How can a person be so wicked? Mama Ruth shook her head gently. Some people believe wealth makes them gods. They forget tomorrow is not promised. But every act, good or bad, has its reward. We cannot repay evil with evil. We can only hold on to dignity. Ifeoma nodded slowly. Mama, you speak wisdom. You are the best teacher I know. Mama Ruth smiled faintly. Wisdom comes from pain, my child. Every insult teaches patience. Every kindness teaches gratitude. Life is a school. But deep inside, she thought, if only she knew who I truly am. One day, the truth will come. But for now, I must remain hidden. 4 days later, Mama Ruth arrived at the company gate early, as usual. Kola, the security guard, greeted her warmly. Mama, how are you today? I am fine, my son. We thank God for life. And how is your family? Kola's face brightened. My little boy starts school next week. Mama Ruth smiled. Train him well. Education is light. Even if you give a child gold, without wisdom, it will be wasted. But with wisdom, he will find gold by himself. As they spoke, Madame Yvonne appeared. Her eyes were red with fury, her face twisted. The moment she saw Mama Ruth, she exploded. There you are, you old witch. You're the reason my boyfriend left me, you cursed woman. Mama Ruth looked at her calmly. My child, how is that my business? That was enough to send Yvonne over the edge. She slapped Mama Ruth so hard the sound cracked through the air. Staff gasped. Kola's rage boiled over. He stepped forward, grabbed Yvonne's wrist and shoved her back. Enough. You cannot treat her like this. She is old enough to be your mother. You are wicked, Yvonne screamed. You dare touch me. You're finished in this company. Within the hour, an emergency meeting was called. Yvonne told her version of the story, twisting the truth. HR listened. Staff remained silent in fear. In the end, Kola was fired. When Mama Ruth heard, her heart sank. She found Kola packing his few belongings. His eyes held both pain and dignity. My son, why did you defend me? Now you've lost your job. Mama, I could not stand by while she slapped you. Let me suffer, I will find another job. Don't blame yourself. Tears streamed down Mama Ruth's cheeks. She prayed over him. May God open new doors for you. May your kindness never go unrewarded. They embraced like mother and son. Staff watching felt their hearts move, but fear kept them silent. Kola walked away, jobless but unbroken. Inside the office, Ifeoma heard what happened. Furious, she stormed into Yvonne's office. How dare you sat Kola, and you slapped Mama Ruth. Who do you think you are? Yvonne jumped to her feet. I'll fire you too, foolish girl. But Ifeoma stood tall. Fire me if you want. At least I'll leave with my dignity. Can you say the same? You dress fine, but inside you are empty, cruel, and disgraceful. When Yvonne raised her hand to strike her, Ifeoma caught it mid-air and pushed it back. Her voice thundered. Never you dare lay a finger on me again. God will judge you. Staff outside the glass walls froze, whispering. For the first time, Madame Yvonne was humiliated before her own workers. Days later, tragedy struck. While cleaning the executive corridor, Mama Ruth slipped on the wet floor and crashed to the ground. Pain shot through her leg. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors declared she needs surgery. 1 million naira. Without it, she may not walk again. Ifama wept. Doctor, please save her. I'll sell the land my parents left me. I don't care if it's all I have. Mama's life is worth more. Meanwhile, in the ward, Mama Ruth opened her eyes to see her son David by her side. His face was tense. Mother, this is too much. Enough of this disguise. You could have died. But Mama Ruth's voice was gentle. My son, don't you see? I've witnessed pride and cruelty, but I've also seen kindness and sacrifice. That is why I must continue, until the truth is revealed. David left angrily and confronted the doctor. I hear a receptionist wants to sell her only land for my mother's surgery. This is shameful. She should not suffer for us. But hours later, before Ifama could sell the land, the doctor announced the bill had been mysteriously paid in full. The surgery was done. Mama Ruth was safe. Ifama trembled. Who paid? Please tell me. The doctor only smiled. It was anonymous. What matters is that she lives. That night, Ifama prayed with tears of gratitude. Lord, bless whoever saved Mama. I will stand by her till the end. The next morning, as she sat outside the hospital lost in thought, a young man approached her. Hello, you must be Ifeoma. She looked up. Yes. Who are you? My name is David. I am Mama Ruth's son. Her eyes widened. Her son, but Mama never told me. David nodded. She wanted to hide her true identity. She wanted to see who had a pure heart, and she found you. And Kola. Tears filled Ifeoma's eyes as the truth sank in. David placed a hand on her shoulder and said softly, My mother may have been in disguise, but she saw your kindness, and now, so do I.